Alrighty, alright. Is the music too loud? I think the music's too loud. Alright, and then I need. Alright, music's good. Well, thank you very much. Get things going here. Alright. So, how is everybody as I'm getting ready? Had a good new year. Been slowly getting back into the things. Do-do-do. The family's doing pretty good. Everything so far. My daughter is actually staying with us just about every weekend now instead of going to her mother's house. So I'm super, super excited about that. Uh, she brought her dog and her giant rabbit. It's going really well. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. She just showed me all of her homework. She's got straight A's, homeschooled. She's taken a coding class, and she absolutely hates it. So I gave her an idea to. My little artist, so I gave her uh, an idea to draw some assets for video games. So she's super excited about that. Danger, the wife's uh, my my wife's daughter is upstairs doing schoolwork as well. And then after the stream, we're gonna play some Mario Kart and have a good dinner. Oh, I got my second bot. Yeah, it is absolutely fun. I need my notes on what all we're gonna be working on today. Oh, man, it's been so long since I've streamed. I don't even think I have anything set up. Oh well, this is going to be fun. Alrighty, well, I might as well get at it. Wow, that's really up high. Hello, everybody. Long time no see. Forgive the mess. Forgive my hair. I've got an appointment this week to get it done. So, how is everybody? Let's see. Well, thank you. I feel naked without a hat, so I'm gonna throw on one real quick. All right. Oh, much better, much better. That's there I am. Well, forgive the mess in the background. Some more moving. We had to get some things straightened up. Forgive me, you guys, as I rechange all of my stuff. Let's get some things ready for you guys to see. So I've been gone for, I think it's like 3 months. No, 2 months or a whole month, trying to get things situated. We had two car accidents, uh, and then I had some more health issues, and then I just last week broke a tooth. Tooth is infected, and now I need a root canal. So it's been it's been a month already. It's only January, but I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. I actually don't have any of my robotics stuff up and ready for us, so we're gonna do a little something different. I have been learning how to program, or I've been learning Godot to build a video game, so I've been working on that, and that's what we're gonna work on. Show you guys what I've had so far, how I'm keeping up with uh, what I need to do in the game. I also still have to build a game design document. I am building a game kind of like Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley, a little clone for just my personal use. I like the farming and the what are they called? The survival games. Brings me back to a time when I had my own personal homestead. I had goats, chickens, ducks, quails, turkeys, rabbits. I and I think that's everything. But let's see. Excuse me, my as my phone goes off again. Oh yeah, I had a. I wouldn't say I had a farm, more of like a homestead. I only had an acre, so we raised up. I want to say 30% of our food, and then traded for beef, and eggs, goat's milk, things like that. Lots of vegetables. We raised 90% of our own vegetables. We barely hit the stores for that. It was fun. It was great. My daughter enjoyed the hell out of it. She did not do any of the butchering, but she was one to help which got butchered, which ones didn't. Uh, I, I started tanning all of the hides from what was butchered. Um, it was a blast, and so I decided to make that into a video game. I also went to Alaska and spent some time in Alaska hunting caribou, and I wanted to bring the foraging and the hunting into the video game as well. So I figured that would be a mini farm. Yeah, you could call it a mini farm. We did have pygmy goats. We bred all of the fainting out of them, because what happens to a goat when it faints is whatever's chasing them just gets a free meal. It doesn't stop them from getting eating. So we bred all of that out of our goats. It was a fun aspect of my life that I kind of want to get back to. So I want to slowly. I live in the city now, so we just moved here in July of last year. So we're gonna start doing gardens. They're trying to convince me to get a mini cow. It's probably the size of a bigger one of the bigger breeds of like dogs, like a pit bull. Probably goes up to your knee. They want to get a mini cow, and I'm like, I live on a golf course. It's not gonna happen. And then they showed me a video of a house mini cow, and so we're in the arguments of mini cows. I'm probably gonna lose because it's three against one. But what can I say? So we might end up with the mini cow here, living on a golf course. Hey, Created, how are you? What is with cows? Why does everybody want a cow? Like, and the worst part is I don't even get a cow. I'm just but we're gonna build all of that into a video game I've been working on probably for like a month. I don't have much. Just some characters. They're walking. An intro, and then probably this one, and then maybe my next stream will be about the video game, and then we're gonna go back into the robotics. I have a 3D printer coming. That's the hardest part about my robotics. I could not get the Twitch car working, so it's gonna be a project in the back of my mind. I'm gonna figure it out, but we're gonna get more into completing the full head of the robot, uh, and then building the. Excuse me. We're gonna get fully the Megan robot completely built, and then we're gonna move to a full size. Should be about 6 foot. Sunny from iRobot. We're gonna program that and get it moving. So it'll probably be this stream and maybe the next stream if the my prints that I have ordered doesn't show up, or if my 3D printer shows comes in, we might start the robots then. So I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up on that. So I will show you my video game that I've got started up. You just got your 3D printer working again. Did test print for the part for the turret and your tank robot. Having a 3D printer when you're doing robots, I now see the necessity. Without it, I don't know how I've gotten so far with what I've gotten, but so let's show you guys what I've been working on. So this is the beginning of. I forgot I gotta stretch all of this correctly. You discovered another necessity? Oh, a Dremel? Yeah. I have been sanding all of my pieces together so far by hand, and it's been quite interesting. But we'll get it all set up. You'll get your Dremel going, and we'll be back to building robots here soon. So this is Godot, or I think it's pronounced Godot. Everybody says it differently, but this is so far what I've got. I've built the main title screen, just the buttons. I don't know what I'm going to do with the background yet. This is my little world that I have going. I started building a pause menu. It's currently hidden with the it's hidden in the video game. I haven't hooked up the escape button for pause. The controls are not quite set up for the character. I want to use the WASD and the arrows and the ability to plug in a controller, but that is slowly but surely. I have a player going. Let's see. That's his sword. I've done all of the animations. We can get him walking. So, and I've also gotten it to play the video game. Let's get this so you guys can actually see it. So, hit the game. So last night in prepping all of this for today, my tile set that I had built for the game completely crashed. So that's been fun. So I had to throw on a background. I had trees and characters and little enemies and everything for that. already done. But it happens. Let's see. And here is where we'll be building the enemy most likely today. But my first day back, I'll probably be only on for an hour just to get things back into the swing of things. Because it's been a hot minute. I see a lot of things wrong with my OBS setup. There's a lot of things that I need to do to get the swing of that. I mean, it's a new year. I want to get my OBS set up. My overlays more themed to the robots, things like that. So let's see. Let's see. I was before working on the script for the player. Can you guys see that font, or is it blurry or anything? And I can explain what everything does. So, the character body 2D is a node that Godot has, and that started over here. So these are all of the nodes that well, this is not all of them. There's a whole bunch more, but they build the Godot builds theirs by node. And it's been really, really easy to learn. I've probably been doing this since November, and I've built a whole bunch of just little projects, learning parallaxal backgrounds, things like that, buttons, and then I decided to put all of my farming and Alaska trip inside of a video game, and this is what we're working on. So right now, I've got the character moving. I built an assets. We'll be building an inventory, which actually I can show you everything that so far I think that I need, and then you guys can tell me what you guys think and what I should add. So these are my to-dos. So my main menu, I've got the new game button completed. You got to do a load button, a settings button, the exit button, and then put a parallaxal background on that. And a parallaxal background is a background that continuously moves in the background while your buttons and stuff are up front. I think that would be cool. I got to build a inventory management system. We got the pause menu that I've got to finish building. Then we're going to have a farm scene that I got to build, the time cycle, the town scene, a weather cycle, with the plant growing cycle, with the player. I got to build got sword animations, walk animations, the axe animation, the hoe animation, watering can. I got to build a cycle for veggies, for trees. I got to build a cycle for mushrooms. But what I'm going for is a kind of like a Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon. Those were my favorite games as a kid. I liked them so much that I did a homestead just to continue to play the game in real life. So we have those. I've got to figure out some type of enemies. Maybe a like a mining world. See, but I don't know about mining. I don't know a lot about it. I in Stardew Valley, it's fun, but I'm kind of trying to stay true to like a homestead living. Like you gotta butcher your animals, you gotta raise your animals, love your animals, don't harm your animals, give the animals a good life so you can get better products from the animals. I also wanted the town, I wanted it to be the city. Like you had to drive to the city. Maybe you even have a job and you have to go to work every day. You have to go to work and then come home and then do the homestead. Because most of the people who live in the city or close to the city who's not just starting their homestead has that going for them. Like I had a full time job and then I would wake up early, go take care of the animals, go to work, come home, take care of the animals, pick all of the vegetables, things like that, and then go to bed, rinse and repeat. Days where I had to go get feed, I had to drive into the city and go to the local Tractor Supply or Wilco, which are farm stores up here, and go get the food for my animals. And I wanted to include that in the video game until I was able to produce the food for, like, while also having ways of protecting them. You got to build fences, things like that, saving your garden from wild rabbits and things like that. To protect them from your own rabbits if they get out of their hutches, and save them from their chickens, and then also working with pests and things like that. So I wanted it to be closer to a real life homestead or mini farm than any of the other games. I wanted weather cycles and time cycles and season cycles, things like that. And so that's what I've been working on while waiting for my 3D printer to show up, and unpacking more stuff and cleaning up more stuff and trying to get this house set up to get all together. And I can tell I'm out of practice because I'm just stumbling on my words, but we're going to get into this. So I also need to look up, get the Godot docs up, and we'll work on something. Which I should have these docs probably what's it called, bookmarked, just so we can Godot? No. Oh. Apparently I didn't hit the T. There we go. Let's get these up. So I also made a list of the goals that I wanted to where maybe it's not here. Maybe it's in the docs. Oh, there it is. So I've been learning this for the last month or so while I've been struggling understanding the NRF 24, and then waiting on my 3D printer. But it's been fun. Still practicing. I am using the Godot engine language, which is a lot like Python. So I have been enjoying learning that. I also have been helping a couple of people when they've been getting stumped on how to get animations and things working. So let's get to nodes and scenes. Now there's still a lot to learn. There's a lot over my head, especially with the pause menu. I've been reading a lot of the docs, which is funny because I absolutely hate reading docs. Absolutely hate it. And been running to a lot of tutorials. That's been interesting. I can tell why they say read the docs, and then if the tutorials don't make sense, or if the docs don't make sense, read the docs. Go look at the tutorials. Hey, productive time. How are you? Miss your face. I haven't been able to hop on, except for really late. My job has me in a new title, so I have been missing you and Willow's streams. I wanted to let you know that I still try to get in there and lurk when I can. I've gotten caught a couple of times, but I don't care. You guys are awesome people, awesome human beings, and I enjoy lurking in you guys' streams. So, let's see. So, the one that I'm actually having issues with mostly is this canvas and UI. Don't quite understand it, so I got to do a lot of reading up on that. But as for sprites and animated sprites and collision shapes, I'm really good. I am okay with the camera, on learning how to do cameras, but I am hoping. And I have not done anything in 3D yet. Uh, I do have Blender downloaded, and I was thinking about getting into it, but I figured first make my game 2D, learn how all of the 2D assets work, and then move myself up to 3D. Just for knowledge base. I mean, this isn't going to be my job career. This is something I can do to keep my brain working while I wait on a couple of things for my humanoid robots. So I figured, instead of just taking a break or racking my brain until I want to give up and quit, I do something productive and that I can enjoy. My daughter and my wife are actually currently drawing assets for the video games, just because they're both artists. My wife's daughter is the 9-year-old. She's play testing everything, trying to find bugs for me. It's quite adorable. She doesn't even know anything about quality assurance, but she has been finding bugs for me in the game, in the games that I've built previously. Just what are they? Side scroller games, platformer games, things like that. She has found a lot of bugs, and I've learned from it. So the eyes of a 9-year-old trying to play video games has been very eye-opening. I mean, she finds the smallest things. It's been fun. So I haven't done any of the 3D stuff. Uh, let's see. Where do I want to start? And this is just the getting started. Let's see. Nodes and scenes, creating your first scene. Nodes and properties. I don't want to... this is what I'm looking for right here. The asset pipeline, audio, nope, math, navigation. This is where I'm definitely not understanding the user interface. Like, I get how buttons work and labels work, but like all the containers and things like that, it seems just a little over my head. But also, I'm not putting 100% into this. Like I'm saying, I'm just going in it just to keep my mind fresh. The GD language again is a lot like Python, so I can. Sorry about that. My snake is just sitting here staring at me. I know he's not hungry and he's got water. He's just extremely just staring at me. Where was I? Oh, learning about the EIs. So I've got to learn a lot about the user interfaces for the game, not the user interface for Godot, because Definitely not the best, but I have definitely learned a lot. And just learning things piece at a time has taught me. And me goofing off and playing with buttons and breaking things on purpose and then trying to rebuild them has been a trip. Working on user uh, the players' buttons on what they use for directions, which I'll probably get you guys' opinion on that. This is definitely, I'm building it for currently PC. Eventually, I will get a controller that I can plug into it so we can use the controller. But do you guys prefer arrows? Do you guys prefer WASD? Things like that. I'm going to need you guys' opinion on. I mean, I could do them all. I can literally have it any type of button I want. Uh, so, let's see. I might as well just add those at the same time. I'm going to put this over here. Let's shrink this down. So we'll go to project settings. I don't know why it keeps opening up there. We are going to go inputs. We need built-in actions. UI select. So I am thinking about using this UI cancel as my pause, but I'm not 100%. So let's see. For left, we have joysticks, but I also want to. That's left. So we'll then right, we'll do that. Get all of those. And we will check all of these to just make sure that they work. All right. Got my little guy working. It is definitely going to be a top-down RPG. So, I guess since we are here, I might as well. You know what? I need to take this node and build something. A to-do scene. We are going to. I need to change the forest. And then we're going to do a tile map. Let's go to our assets. We'll do some spring. We'll put in tile map. Let's see. We need the tile map. Oh. New tile map. We will add the tile map. Tile set. We will put my computer is lagging. Oh. Actually, I probably don't need the houses for this one. Alright. Let's get a 2D scene working and then we are going to do a forest layer. Let's get this. And then, let's see. Oops, wrong button. Oh, I need to undo that. I forgot to add a different layer. And then, where's layers? Layers. This is the ground one. We're gonna add another layer. Why is it doing that? Am I still on ground one? Oh, yes, I am. That's why. Alright, ground two. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, I should probably add a camera. I will get that handled. I'll do a Actually, I don't want that one. I want this one. Oops. And then, actually, I need to move this. I'll just delete it for now, because I need this one saved. We'll do save that in my scenes folder. We'll do world, and then we'll move my I definitely am going to have to make that a collision layer so I can get that water source, so I can't just walk on top of it. I can walk walk completely off screen. Actually, I think I want to get rid of this one. Oh, I must have put it on my ground level. Yes, I did. Hey, Icon, how are you? How's everything going? Alright, let's hit play. Load. Alright, that looks pretty good. Is that a level map at the bottom? Uh, so at the bottom of that is a tile map. Those are some of the assets that you use to build your to build the backgrounds of your levels. But oh, speaking of that, Icon, I want you to take a look at this. I'm sorry, I haven't figured out how to make the let's go with the let's go with the character. It has the biggest uh let's get rid of all of that. Come on, I want to shrink all of this. Uh, so GD script is a lot like Python, Icon. And I know you said you wanted to build a video game, but at the same time, you most likely were not going to because you just didn't have the time. I completely understand that, but I figured you would see how easy the coding language is. Probably be able to code it a lot better. And then, as for getting assets, you can go to itch.io, and they have a lot of free assets, and you can build whatever video game type that you want. In your just, I spend about an hour a day working on this. Although the last couple of weeks I haven't, or excuse me, this last week I didn't. I spent the entire week with the family. Oh, show you? Do you want me to show you itch.io or just what do you want me to show you? itch.io? It is actually called itch.io. You can also get video games and stuff from here. Let me get this a lot, fitting the screen a lot better. I gotta set some parameters on all of my things. But it's itch.io. You can go browse, click assets. It sounds like an STD. Thanks. These are not the assets. Go to assets. You can find video games, game jams, which are just little contests to build video games on. But I mean, all the assets you can do. I'm using this one and this one. I've got platformer games, RPGs. They even got 3D assets. Let's go find a free asset. I am using actually one of those assets that don't really have any artwork for a platform, not a yeah platformer game. But you can do free. This is a little farmer sprite. Come on. So the artist, this is how much he is made just putting it here for to sell. This one, he's got. You can donate whatever you would like, or you don't. They say please give him a comment or a review, but like all of these are free. Uh, no, and then you can try it for free. Let's see. It's got planting seeds, watering. All of them also have. Oh, this one has different hair and clothing included. He's got an advanced one. Looking for more game assets. Where are the. And these are all ones that he has made. Uh, he's got a seed set that you can buy for $165, but I'm not spending $165 on anything right now because this is not. I'm using this as a hobby, a distraction from building robots until I can get back onto building robots. Normally they say whether or not, let's see, you can how you can use their assets. A lot of the assets will say, "Oh, you can use it for commercial and non-commercial as long as you mention that this is where you get the assets from." I am. Here we go. And I mean, they have so many good assets. They even got food assets, level bar assets. Let's see. Skeleton sprite axis, forest. A lot of these are pixel art. Another farming one. I mean, they even have food ones. Uh, he has also some different swords and stuff. Let's see. I have a couple of people that I'm following. I haven't joined any game jams or anything like that. Like I said, this is just a hobby until I get my 3D printer. But here are some of the assets that I have uh, looked into and have been playing with. I got lots of the farming, fishing ones. This legacy one is really good for a platformer. I really enjoyed this. Found the wife's daughter Danger found lots of bugs while I was trying to use this asset. Uh, you want to build a Final Fantasy 7 like game? Absolutely. Are you doing 3D or are you doing 2D? Oh, that's for 3D. I have not yet begun both, you think, which there is a whole bunch of uh, 2D and 3D assets that you can use. There's even different game engines that you can use that will do 2D to 3D transformations inside of the games. I've been looking at gaming engines and things like that. Pirate Software has a website that I've been taking notes on, and let me make sure his stream is paused because I don't want it to start up. Come on. Mute. Alright. So, I mean, you can look at all. It's a free website. It teaches you how to get started. I mean, it talks about how you don't have to be a great artist, everything. It talks about different game engines, what games have been completely made with those. Uh, game. Where is his choose a game? Go explore your options. And there are tons and tons and tons and tons of different game engines depending on what you need. Let's see. You can pick them by. Let's see. See 2D and 3D. Uh, let me. Oops. Let me send this. I'm doing things horribly. That's the website that he gives out for free. And I don't have a big as audience as him, so I don't have to worry about you guys crashing it or anything. What I've been using it to just learn on the side, and I have been. It's been really fun. I have been enjoying the hell out of it. But so that's itch.io, and that's where the develop.games or yeah, develop.games is where I've been doing all of my research for how to build a video game. So that's what I've been using so far. Yes, I am using Godot. Uh, the programming language is GD script. It's just like Python for the most part, so it was easy for me to follow along. Let's get back to what I was doing, which was adding this into the world scene. Oh, it's already in world scene. Never mind. So if I hit play, okay, yeah. So far I know I want 3 or 4 levels. I am wanting a city level where you go out and you go to the store and things like that, and where you go to work, because all of us got to have jobs. None of us can just stay at home. We all got to have money somehow, make money somehow. So I was going to do a city scene, and that's where I got some of my assets from. A forest scene, so you can go hunting and things like that. Also, the farm scene, and maybe a small town for like the coziness of the game, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to get a full kitchen, things like that. Uh, I'm trying to figure out, is there, to keep the gameplay interesting, do I make it so you have to save up to buy your piece of land, or are we just gonna, you already have a house and it's like on an acre, and let's see what you can do with that acre of land? No real ending. But at the same time, I got to figure out ways for speedrunners to have fun and things like that. So it's all just a one day at a time situation. Where is. Oh, it's underneath here. Come on. I want my game to be commercial based, buy, sell, and fight. Well, you can do all of that. It's I don't want to say it's fairly easy, but once you know how to do those things, it's easy. I figured that was earned, but I wasn't gonna butcher that just in case. I haven't. I'm getting back into the swing of things. This is my first one in the new year, so I'm gonna not try to stumble upon my words. But trying to figure out what else should I add. I should probably just concentrate on just what I have and then add from there. I don't even have my forest scene on here. So, a forest scene to go hunting, a farm scene to go farming. I got the town scene. Of course, we're gonna do. What in the world did you send me, icon? Ooh. I just got a message that you sent me something. Oh, apparently I move faster. Oh yeah, you can totally do that icon. It would be not horribly hard, but at the same time, it'd be difficult enough to keep you definitely interested. Oh yeah, that is completely and utterly doable. Do you want it better pixels so it's not as fuzzy? So I'm thinking this is going to be just like the start. I think until my 3D printer and stuff, just learn how to do all of these, and then slowly but surely add more to the game until I think it's good enough for me to probably put on the back burner, finish one of my robots, and then go back to it, and then finish one of my robots and go back to it. I missed that. That's when you're fighting, yeah. Uh, that almost looks like an old version of Fallout. Well, no, that's Final Fantasy, but at the same time, that used. What is the name of the city in Fallout? 1997. God, that's what our video games look like in 1997. I don't care what nobody says. That is some good graphics for 1997. Uh, just on Saturday, we got into an argument with some of the nieces and nephews about how our old technology sucks so bad, and they have no idea how actually really good it was for the time. Because all they know are the smartphones and things like that. They didn't have the struggle of a flip phone, but at the same time, they didn't have the. I could drop my phone off the balcony and it never broke. So this was. I enjoyed when video games looked like this, which is funny because you can still build video games to look like that if you want to. So I don't know what I want to have as my parallax background for. I don't even know the kind of the theme that I want. This is the traveling. Oh yeah, those good old days. All of this can be done with a lot of the different game engines icon. And if you know anybody that draws, you can have them draw it up for you. But so this is what I've been doing for the last month. Uh, I promised the kids that I'd go play some video games with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. Let me find somebody to raid. Icon, just keep messaging me. We'll keep in contact. Who am I going to raid? Well, let's raid productive time. I don't even remember how to raid. Raid, and then the channel name. Productive. Oh. Apparently I did that incorrectly. Alrighty. So I will see you guys probably next Monday, just working. Hopefully my printer will come in and we'll get all of that done. See you guys later.